AI art is exploding, and in this week's video, we'll show you how to get started using what many consider the best art generator available, Midjourney. Although they no longer offer a free account, Midjourney is very affordable. Subscriptions start at just $10 a month. The process to get started can seem a bit daunting if you're not used to using the chat app, Discord. And it does take a lot of steps, so let's dive in. The first thing you'll want to do is open the Midjourney website at midjourney.com. Click on Join the Beta in the bottom right corner. This will take you to discord.com. Fill in the box where it asks for your display name. You can enter any name you like. We'll enter Tigger. You may get a CAPTCHA pop-up asking if you're human. Several tend to pop up during this process. Next, you'll be asked for your date of birth to confirm that you're not a minor. Enter your email and fill in the password that you wish to use with Discord. Confirm your email address and then click on the Get the Desktop app button. Once the app finishes loading, you're ready to sign in. Just enter your email address and the password that you designated earlier. Once the Discord page opens, you'll want to click on the little Midjourney sailboat in the upper left-hand corner. This will take you to the Midjourney server. This is where all the artwork is generated, and it can get very crowded with a lot of people constantly creating new images. This makes it difficult to keep track of your own work, so I'm going to show you a tip that makes life much easier. Click on the little plus icon in the upper left-hand corner. This will create your own private work area, your own server. Next, you want to click on Create My Own. Select For Me and My Friends from the next set of options. You can upload an image to customize your server icon or just leave it for later. Click on Create to move on to the next step. Now that you've created your own server, we need to add the Midjourney bot so we can begin generating our artwork. In the upper left-hand corner, you'll see your server's icon with the initials of your server. Ours is blue with the letters TS, which stands for Tigger's Server. Click on the Midjourney sailboat logo to take us back to Midjourney. From there, we'll be able to access the Midjourney bot. If you don't have a window on the right showing a list of members, then click on the little people icon in the upper right-hand corner. Your screen should look like this. We're going to scroll down and find the Midjourney bot listing, then click on it. The Midjourney bot should be in green text with a blue checkbox next to it. Clicking on it opens a menu where we can select the Add to Server button. Click on the pull-down menu under the heading of Add to Server. Next, you'll want to select your own server. It may have a string of numbers after it. That's okay. On the next menu, you'll want to click on Authorize. You may have another one of those pesky CAPTCHA windows open asking if you're human. You should get a big green check mark and a well-deserved congrats saying success. Now you can click on the blue button and go to your server. If you type in a / in the message bar at the bottom of the page, you'll get a list of command options. To generate an image, just type in / imagine and enter or space. A black box marked prompt will appear where you can enter the prompt or description of the image you want Midjourney to generate. We'll type in fusion of Batman and Spider-Man on a rooftop overlooking the city. Since this is our first time to use Midjourney, a notice will pop up telling us we must accept the terms of service before using Midjourney. Simply click on the green button marked Accept TOS in order to continue. The next notice we get is to inform us that Midjourney is not currently providing free trials. They have said that they will resume free trial offers in the future, but they have not stated when that will be. I wouldn't hold my breath. A splash screen will pop up with a link marked Visit Site. If you click on the blue button, it will take you to the page where you can select a subscription plan. You may get another request to confirm that you are a human. By now, you're probably tired of jumping through 100 hoops just to get the opportunity to draw a pretty picture, but don't give up. We're almost there. The basic plan will allow you to generate approximately 200 images per month. It's the plan I started with, and it's a good way to begin getting familiar with the interface. Select the subscription that is right for you. Now that you have your subscription taken care of, let's go back to the Discord app and generate some images. I am going to open my Discord account that I have been using for some time now, instead of the one we created for the beginning of the tutorial. Be sure that you are in your own server. Your server will be the blue icon with your initials or your personalized avatar in the upper left-hand corner. The white bar next to the icon lets you know that you are in that server. My server is labeled FS. You can have more than one server. The gold bar along the left edge of the image generation pane helps you identify that image as yours. This is helpful when you're in one of the public rooms and there are dozens of other images being generated by other members. Now we will generate our first image by typing in /imagine, enter, and then typing in our prompt. We'll type in Fusion Yoda and Captain America, and then hit enter again. The generation window changes to show our prompt and the percentage of completion. It also shows a blurry image of the 4 images that it is generating. If we don't like those 4 images, we can have it try again by clicking on the regeneration button. You may get a message that the image is waiting to start. This simply means that Midjourney has a lot of demand on its servers and that you'll have to wait your turn to have your images rendered. It normally takes less than 1 minute for the images to be generated, but during times of heavy demand, with lots of people using the app, it can take longer. We'll fast forward to see the new images rather than wait for them in real time. These are still not what I had in mind. Don't expect Midjourney to give you exactly what you wanted the first time. It usually takes a lot of tweaking. It also needs a good prompt to accurately describe the scene. We'll rewrite our prompt, giving more description. We'll type in Yoda in a Captain America uniform holding the Captain America shield, standing in a superhero pose, stern and determined, clear, detailed eyes, cloudy day. This is much better. I like the one in the bottom right corner, so I'll click on V4 to generate 4 more variations of this one. The V stands for variations. The button above it marked U4 is used to upscale the image, the U standing naturally enough for upscale. You can click on the group of images to get a better look at them. I like number 3, so I'll click on U3 to upscale the image and get a larger version of it. This will also open more options for us to work with. This was generated in real time. Upscaling an image is usually pretty quick. We now have several more buttons that we did not have before. The top 2 buttons allow us to generate more versions of this image and control whether we want Midjourney to make very strong changes or vary the image in a subtle way. The next row of buttons are a new feature that has everyone excited. These buttons allow you to zoom out, or in other words, create a larger image around this one. Let's click the Zoom Out 2 times button and see the result. As you can see, we now have 4 images that encompass a larger view. Yoda's feet are now in frame and there is more sky above him. You can continue doing this by upscaling one of the 4 images and then clicking the Zoom Out 2 times or Zoom Out 1.5 times buttons. But let's go back and explore the next row of options. The blue arrows are an optional way of extending the image, but instead of extending the view on all sides of the image, they allow you to extend the image in one direction only. The left arrow will add to the image on the left side, and the other buttons allow you to extend the image to the right, up, or down. We'll click on the left arrow and see the result. The image is no longer square, but is now extended to the left, giving us a view of the Captain America shield. We'll upscale image 1 and extend it to the left one more time to see how well Midjourney adds to the scene. We now get an even wider image, and Midjourney has introduced a new character. There are now 2 Yoda characters dressed like Captain America. This highlights the effect of having a short prompt that fails to give Midjourney enough information to work with. Our original prompt only described one character, and that was all Midjourney had to work with. If our prompt had instead described other characters in the environment instead of just the sky, Midjourney could have composed a more cohesive image as we extended it. This is why you often see such long prompts in Midjourney. We'll give Midjourney a new prompt and let it generate a new image for us so we can see the difference. We'll give it more detail and we'll add the -AR command to let Midjourney know that we want an aspect ratio of 2:3 instead of a square image. We now have an image with greater detail and in a portrait format. There are many other commands that we can add to the prompt, and we'll dive into those in next week's video. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming tutorials for mastering Midjourney.